What is the origin and meaning of Lent? It is pure erudition to know that the word Lent was, in the past, a simple adjective in Latin. It was at the beginning of a sentence and came to denote a whole period of the liturgical year. Here is the sentence in question: Quadragesima die Christus pro nobis traditor, which translates as, in 40 days, on the 40th day, Christ will be handed over for us, for our salvation. Lent is an abbreviation of quadragesima. In the Latin sentence, quadragesima is in the feminine because, in Latin, day, besides being masculine, is also feminine. The Portuguese language kept the word in the feminine. Lent is, therefore, the word used to designate the 40-day period during which Catholics prepare for Easter, the most important feast of the Christian liturgical calendar, as it celebrates the resurrection of Jesus, the main basis of the Christian faith. During this period, which begins on Ash Wednesday and ends on the Wednesday of Holy Week, the faithful are invited to make a special confrontation between their lives and the Christian message expressed in the Gospels. This confrontation should lead the Christian to deepen their understanding of the Word of God and intensify the practice of the essential principles of their faith. When Lent arose, around the year 350 AD, the Church decided to extend the preparation time for Easter, which was 3 days, which remained as the sacred Triduum of Holy Week, Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Passion, and Holy Saturday. The preparation for Easter then became 40 days. This happened because Christians realized that 3 days were not enough to properly prepare for such an important and central event. This is how Lent arose. The number 40. The number 40 is quite significant in the scriptures. The flood lasted 40 days and 40 nights. In addition, it was the preparation for a new humanity purified by the waters. For 40 years, the Hebrew people wandered through the desert towards the Promised Land, having crossed the Red Sea. Before receiving God's forgiveness, the inhabitants of the city of Nineveh repented for 40 days. The prophet Elijah walked 40 days and 40 nights to reach the mountain of God. Jesus fasted for 40 days and 40 nights while preparing to fulfill his mission among men. Moses had done the same. Ancient peoples attributed various meanings to the number 40. One of them is especially important for Christians, a time of intense preparation for significant events in the history of salvation. Lent in Brazil. Since the 1970s, the Church in Brazil has placed a focus on devotion to the faithful who traditionally follow, with much piety, Jesus' journey to Easter, reinforcing the experience of love and charity that liberates, as Jesus gave his life to save us. By placing the Fraternity campaign during Lent, it wants its organization and realization to be a very practical mediation for the experience of charity, developing and deepening fraternity, according to the commandment of love, to love one's neighbor as Jesus loved us. Each year, a theme is addressed in the spirit of Lenten conversion, through meditation, prayer, fasting, almsgiving, in the sense of charity that liberates. To facilitate this, the Church offers a base text in the See, Judge, Act scheme and various support resources, motivating and encouraging the faithful to meditate on Jesus' persecuted and suffering, and the other Lenten practices for concrete actions in favor of others, especially the suffering. The focus of Lent has always been and will continue to be our conversion to the Lord and what He wants from our lives and the world. However, our personal and institutional conversion must always be realized, be visible. Subscribe to my channel to learn more about Lent and other inspiring religious topics.